Welcome back to Random Riches, where I don't choose how I make money. ChatGPT does. Every couple hours of playtime, it randomly picks my next moneymaker. And yes, it's just as chaotic as it sounds. I'm still free to play, still broke, and still chasing two bonds. One for me, one to give away to you lovely viewers. Some methods make bank, others make me question my life choices. But hey, that's the fun. Let's see what madness ChatGPT has for me this time. Welcome back to Random Riches, the series where ChatGPT decides our moneymakers. So last episode we made a fair amount of money, did a few lower end moneymakers, and today we're starting off the episode by killing some guards in Varrock. Now, it seems to be that like any decent moneymaker in free-to-play is heavily botted, which makes sense. And this is no exception. This is probably the, I don't know, 10th world that I've looked for to see if there was anything available, and this one happens to be available right now. Now, unfortunately, we only have to do this for 1 hour, so I'm gonna get started right now, and yeah, hopefully we don't have to bank too often with the amount of damage you're taking. Yeah, so we'll see you when I get a full inventory here and see how much money we made. So as I worried, they are hitting me pretty hard. I've actually only got 3 kills and I'm already down to 6 HP. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly pause the timer and I'm just going to go run and grab some food from somewhere. I don't want to use a grand exchange like I mentioned in a previous video. I'm going to go grab some food from somewhere and I will be back in a second. So I actually forgot that we got some herring from a clue scroll, as well as just a cooked meat in the bank. So I'm going to use this for now, see how far we get with the on the timer. Hopefully we get a little bit in, and then I think I'm going to go to Al-Kharid and just buy some kebabs. Aren't the best, they're not the best yielding food, but they're at least a little cheap. And you don't use the grand exchange for them. So yeah, we're going to get started again here. I'm going to hit start on the timer again. And yeah, I'm going to attack away. So I think I had a different idea of what I'm going to do for food instead of the kebabs. I think what I'm going to do is head over to the fishing shop in Port Sarim, buy the raw sardines. I'm going to buy like a couple hundred of them and just bank them using the bank deposit boxes on the pier here. And then I'll cook them over in, probably in Lumbridge or something, wherever's close to, maybe in Al-Kharid here, running back and forth between the cooking range and the bank. Just to bank up some food that is super cheap and that we can actually just buy from a shop. So that's what I'm going to go do right now. Just bank up, like I said, a couple hundred. They're not great food. I think they heal 4 when they're fully cooked, but it's better than nothing, and it'll keep me alive during this money-making method. And okay, so we're here at the fishing shop. So they sell the raw sardines for 10 coins each, which isn't too bad, so we'll go ahead. I don't know how much they go up. Replenishes so quick that I probably won't even bother hopping. I'll just fill my inventory, run over here. I believe there's a bank deposit box up to the north. Yep, just right there. So I'll use this bank deposit box to deposit all the fish, and I'll rinse and repeat until I get probably around 200 or so. And okay, we just cooked up the fish there. We got 201 cooked sardines as well as 66 burnt ones. I'm going to keep the burnt ones in the bank for future because they do sell for a lot to collectors. So I'm going to probably sell those after the series is done, just see how much we get. And maybe we'll give it away or something at the end. I'm not sure what we'll do, but I'm going to keep them in the bank anyways. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go back to Varrock and start killing guards again. So I think this is going to be one of our worst moneymakers up to this point. And I don't understand why, because there's so many botters that it makes it kind of weird why they're botting it when it's not that great. Like, the drops aren't fantastic. There's a couple good drops that are worth a little bit, but overall it's just mostly coins that it drops, and this 20 GP is 5 kills, so it's an average of 4 GP per kill. And again, I'm burying every single bone so that we can get some prayer XP going. But yeah, I guess I will see how much we make in the remaining 50 minutes that's left. Yeah. We actually just got a drop for the offensive thing on their drop table, which is the body talisman. So it sells for 1,758 GP. So that's the only reason why I think this we bought it, because everything else is just like steel arrows, bronze arrows, iron daggers, small amount of coins. But like there is a lot of bots around, and I imagine they probably just use it for the training rather than the GP. That's the only thing that I could see that they'd be botting for. And we were lucky enough to just get a quiz random here, so I'm going to grab the mystery box, and we're going to open it and see if we get lucky with the stale baguette. And we got a flyer. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and drop that because we don't need it. And we're just coming to an end of this money-making method for the hour that we're doing it for. Yeah, we're just going to finish this kill here, and then we're going to go to the bank and check how much money we made. Overall, I think this is one of the worst ones that we've done so far, but we will see what we made. And okay, we're here at the bank, and what we're going to do, everything in the inventory is what we gathered for the hour. We're going to just toss this in, and we made 6,500. So it was still better than the rune essence farming, only because of the body talismans making up a majority of what we made. But yeah, we're going to chuck this in the bank into the money making tab here. And we're going to go hop over to ChatGPT to get a new money making method. And okay, after a little bit of bugged ChatGPT, I finally got a new one here of killing hill giants for big bones and limpet roots. Now, because it specifically says for big bones, I'm actually not going to bury the bones this time, unfortunately. But yeah, so we're going to go kill hill giants in the hill giant dungeon in order to get all the drops as well as the big bones, and we'll bank them between each trip. I think what I'm going to do actually is, before we get started on this, I'm going to, because we're getting close to the 20-hour mark for the Grand Exchange to be unlocked, I'm going to actually do a couple quests really quick and get the 10 quest points up. Okay, and we're just going to get started on Romeo and Juliet just to get a bunch of quest points knocked off immediately. So we're just heading over to Juliet to talk to her, and I'm probably just going to skip through this quest because you guys all know how this quest goes. So I'm just going to really quickly run through it, and I will see you at the quest completion. And there we are, completing Romeo and Juliet with the 5 quest points. So we just need 4 more in order to be able to use the Grand Exchange in about 15 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over to Lumbridge, and I'm just going to complete X marks the spot because that's a really quick one to complete. And then we'll see about which ones to do that don't gain us too much experience. And here we are, just starting X marks the spot. I believe a spade. And we can do this whole quest with just a spade. I'm just going to go to my bank really quickly and grab one of those, and then I will finish the quest, and I'll see you at the quest completion. And here we are, completing X marks the spot. So we got an antique lamp as well as the 200 GP. I'm going to just drop the GP because I don't want it, and then I'm going to use the XP lamp on air. Okay, so now I'm going to just find a couple more quests to pump out that don't give us too much XP. I might do Demon Slayer really quick and just finish that up so we can get all the quest points needed. And I changed my mind from Demon Slayer, so what we're going to actually Ernest the Chicken, because it gives you 4 quest points and no XP, so it's perfect for what we need. So I'm just going to quickly run through Ernest the Chicken, and I will see you at the complete. And here we are, completing Ernest the Chicken. We got the 4 quest points and the 300 GP. I'm going to drop the GP because I don't want it to interfere with how much money we made during the ChatGPT challenges. So here we are at 10 quest points, and we'll check our time. We're over the 20-hour mark, and obviously we're over the 100 total level mark as well. So now we can use the full access of the Grand Exchange for everything, which is great. We're going to be upgrading our gear as well as using it for food in the future, and so hopefully all the methods afterwards will be a lot more profitable than otherwise would have been. And we're just here at the Grand Exchange, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell all of our loot that we have made over the past 3 episodes. And I'm going to kind of take stock of how much GP we have and make some upgrades to our gear. And okay, we are sitting at 322,867 coins. So because we're going to go kill hill giants, I'm actually going to spend this money on magic gear, because I think safe spotting them with magic is going to be the best. Even though we're not going to hit them too hard to begin with, just having the magic levels in order for teleports later is going to be extremely helpful. So I'm going to start training magic on this task. Now, I think I forgot to show it, but ChatGPT wants us to do this for 2 hours. I'm going to buy an air staff as well as a bunch of mind runes, and I'm just going to cast Wind Strike pretty much the entire time. And okay, so we just got ourselves some basic magic gear as well as 5,000 mind runes to start with. It should get us for the most part most of the way through the 2 hours, if not all the way through, and we'll keep them for later as well. We're going to head over to hill giants and get them, or start slaying them. I also just went ahead and bought a brass key from the Grand Exchange as well, just so we have that shortcut over near the Grand Exchange. And we'll basically just keep running back here to bank. So this is already a heavily botted area as well. At least I think they're bots. They're not acting like bots for the most part, but I did see a couple bots already in previous worlds. This is the 4th world I've tried. I might try this safe spot for a bit as long as this guy stays here, because if he doesn't stay here, these ones will start attacking me. Otherwise, I'm gonna start over here and try to safe spot them. And the nice guy E-Turk over here decided to move to give me these 2 hill giants instead. So hopefully we will be able to safe spot them and have no issues. There's 20 magic. This is just a little progress update. We've killed about around 30 to 35 hill giants at this point. The drops are pretty good. The big bones are worth they're worth about 400 GP each, which is pretty good. We also got a mystery box random. I was playing on mobile a little bit, so unfortunately I missed recording it. But yeah, so we've got the mystery box random as well as a beginner clue scroll. I think overall this might end up being one of our better money makers that we've done so far, just because of the consistent drop of the big bones as well as some other things like the nature runes that they're dropping, and they also drop the limport roots, which is a couple hundred GP each. But overall I think this is actually going to make us the most money out of the methods we've done so far. And just in case anybody wanted to know the skill levels that we've gotten over the last few tasks, I forgot to show it. We've got up to 20 attack, 30 strength, 25 defense, we've got 18 prayer, 20 magic, as well as 46 woodcutting, 26 cooking, and 36 mining, and 28 hit points as well. So as we're running back to the hill giants after banking, I'm just going to open this mystery box, see if we get the stale baguette. And we got a bucket. I'm going to drop that, and we're going to proceed to continue killing these hill giants. And we just got our first giant key. Took us around 45 kills or so. And there's level 25 magic. This is big because we just unlocked teleport to Varrock, which is going to be massive in saving some time as we go throughout these money-making methods. And I just missed it there, but we just got 31 magic, which is good because we now unlocked the Lumbridge teleport, which we won't need too often because we have the home teleport, but we will use it occasionally in case this is on cooldown. And we just got another genie random, so again I'm going to be putting this all into prayer because it is the hardest skill to train in free-to-play. I'm just going to drop that into prayer. And okay, so we just finished up that kill. We only have 30 seconds to make it to the bank and back, so I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to go and pause the timer. Get rid of it off the screen for you guys. So we're going to head to the bank and do a little price check and see how much money we made from the hill giants for 2 hours. And okay, so this is all that we've made from, or all that we got from hill giants. So I'm just going to chuck it in the price checker, get the mind runes and the brass key out of there. We made 75k almost in 2 hours, averaging around 37k an hour, which is pretty good. I think that's one of the higher higher money making methods that we've done so far. That's pretty good. So I'm going to put this in the bank because I'm not going to sell it quite yet. I'm going to move all the stuff that we want out of here. And then I am going to go over to ChatGPT and get the next money-making method. And here we are at ChatGPT asking it for another money-making method. So it is giving us fletching headless arrows. Unfortunately, that is not free to play, so I'm going to have to get a different one here. And there we are, asking for another one, collecting wine as Zamorak. So this is actually really good, because we did just get 33 magic for telekinetic grab. So I'm going to just ask it how long we're doing this for. And we're going to do this for 1 hour. So it says here it's in the wilderness, short sessions reduce risk of getting caught by PKers. You still make 80 to 150,000 GP if you're efficient, which is great for free to play. After an hour, you can bank your profits, restock runes, and decide if you want to go again or switch methods. Okay, I'm going to meet you back over on RuneScape, and I'm going to get prepared for this. Okay, and we're back over on RuneScape. So we're going to have to buy what we need, and I believe for telekinetic grab it is 1 law rune, 1 air rune. So I'm going to keep the Staff of Air, and I'm going to dump off everything else that we've got, and I'm going to go ahead and buy a bunch of law runes. So we're going to start with maybe 200 to 300 for 40k. So we spent 36k on 300 law runes, and essentially how this is going to go is I'm going to take, I believe, 28 law runes every run. I'm going to run up to the Chaos Altar, telekinetic grab the Wines of Zamorak, and then I'm going to run back to probably the Ferox Enclave, bank at the bank there, and run back to the altar. I think that's what I'm going to do for the method. I'm going to check ChatGPT to see if there was a different method for banking that it suggested, but I think that's what we're going to end up doing. Okay, so it didn't suggest anywhere specific to bank, so I'm just going to bank at the Ferox Enclave every time, and I'm only going to keep 28 law runes so that if we do get PK'd, we don't lose anything. So yeah, I will see you at the Ferox Enclave, getting ready to head out on our first trip. While we're making our way over to the Chaos Altar, I've got a quick reminder and a little announcement for you guys. First off, don't forget to drop a comment on the video. Whether you've got this playing in the background while you're grinding away in your own RuneScape, or you're watching it actively, pause for a sec and leave a comment below. Why? Because at the end of the series, I'll be giving away a free bond to one random commenter. So if you want a shot at that, make sure your name's in the comments. Secondly, a quick announcement about a little side project I've been working on. I love crafting stories in the games I play, and recently I went deep into a game called RimWorld. If you're unfamiliar, it's a brutal sandbox game about surviving after a crash landing on a hostile planet. I ended up recording around 30 to 40 hours of gameplay, and I've been working on tuning that footage into a tight narrative-driven story. Something really vivid and immersive. It's a massive project, and I'm aiming to release it in the next couple of months, depending on how hectic my schedule gets. When it does drop, I'd love for you guys to check it out and give it a shot. It'll be very story-focused, almost like watching a sci-fi tale unfold. So thanks in advance for the support, and now, back to the chaos. And alright, we're here at the Chaos Altar. I need to turn off this this setting for this. But yeah, we're here at the Chaos Altar, and I'm just telekinetic grabbing the Wine of Zamorak. It says on here they're going for around 934 GP each. So I'm going to go quickly change the world hop settings so that we don't have to click that setting in every time we hop a world. Okay, so I turned off that setting. So this is basically how it's going to go. So basically I telekinetic grab the wine. Once I grab it, I hop worlds, and I rinse and repeat until my inventory is full. And then on the last one, I think I'm gonna have to drop one of my wines in order to pick up the 28th Wine of Zamorak. That's no problem at all. I just want to give a quick shout out to this nice little RuneLite plugin. When you're doing things that involve a lot of hopping and not necessarily interacting with your inventory, you can use this little RuneLite plugin called Inventory Viewer, and you never actually have to look at your inventory because you'll have it open as well as the tabs in RuneLite that you need. So that's really helpful for specifically this, because you need to know when your inventory is full so that you can stop. I can drop next world and telegrab the last one. And okay, we're back at the Ferox Enclave. I'm just going to pause the timer really quick here just so that we can talk about the inventory. So it took us around 6.5 minutes to do that whole inventory plus running back to the bank. And what we made in that 6.5 minutes was a whopping 26k. So this is going to be one of our best money making methods by far. I wish we were doing it for more than 1 hour, but we're just listening to ChatGPT. So we're probably looking at around 100 to 150k, hoping that we don't get any PKers. So we're going to throw this in the bank for now, and we're going to grab the 28 law runes out, and we're going to do this until the timer runs out. Another thing I should mention is that when you go back to the Ferox Enclave, you should definitely use the pool to redo your run energy. I forgot to, so it's going to take me a little longer for this run, unfortunately, but I will definitely remember to do that every run after this one. And for those of you who are unaware, I know there are some newer players who watch the channel. The reason we're telekinetic grabbing these Wine of Zamorak is because if you were to grab them just as is, this happens. So you end up taking damage instead of actually grabbing the Wine of Zamorak because you anger the gods. So you need to telekinetic grab them in order to actually get them into your inventory. Just in case anybody was curious on why we're telekinetic grabbing them instead of just picking them up. And we are timing down on the timer here. I'm going to select this last one and make my way back to the bank. So I'll see you over at the bank, and we will do a little price check on how much we made in 1 hour. And we're back at the bank here. So in 1 hour, we were able to get 184 Wines of Zamorak. So we're going to go ahead and price check these to see how much we made in the hour. We made a 174k in 1 hour, which is really good. It's the best moneymaker we've done up to this point. And I wish we had done it for longer than 1 hour, but unfortunately ChatGPT had said only 1 hour. So we're going to go ahead and hop over to ChatGPT and get a new money-making method. And okay, we're going to get a new money-making method here from ChatGPT. Mining Rune Essence. So we've already done this one, so we're going to skip this one for now. And you give me another. Collecting frogs' legs? Is this even something that is old school, or is this... Oh, ChatGPT is being funny over here. Collecting frogs' legs. Yes, seriously, weirdly profitable if you're clever with it. Just kidding. Here's a real and actual good money method. That's funny. So we're going to collect red spider's eggs. No level requirement. We can bring food if we're low combat. So it says we can do it in either the Varrock sewers or the Edgeville dungeon. Okay, how long are we going to do this for? How long should we do this for? We're going to do for 3 hours on this one. It's low risk and consistent, so you can grind without worry. Over 3 hours, you can make 225 to 450k. I don't think we'll make that much, but yeah, we'll check it out and see how much we make in 3 hours. And so I'm going to end this episode off here. So next episode, we will tackle the red spider eggs for 3 hours. This episode, we got a lot of progress done doing 2 of our best moneymakers up to this point, being the Hill Giants and the Wines of Zamorak. So please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you on the other side.